Welcome back to The Exchange. Let's reveal our first mystery chart, the Street's 25-day quiet period on the recent IPO Tempus AI. It's over, with 8 firms now initiating coverage of the SoftBank-backed healthcare data platform with a buy rating. Shares were up as much as 5%, pairing gains now reverse course down about 1%. Now, talk about Tempus. It's having a rough go since it went public, down 20% since then. But my next guest says it's going to dominate its field, and he's among those who initiated coverage and did so at the highest price target of $50, which implies 60% upside from here. Dan Brennan is here. He's a senior analyst covering life science and diagnostic tools at TD Cowen. Dan, it's good to see you. Welcome.
Thanks, Kelly. Glad to be here.
What does Tempus AI do?
So Tempus AI is a differentiated kind of oncology diagnostics company. So they have 2 main businesses. The first of which is they do diagnostic testing on cancer patients. They're among a handful of companies that will test for metastatic cancer patients using next generation sequencing. They look at DNA and RNA across a big panel of kind of proven markers, and they try to match patients that have certain mutations to either approved therapies or clinical trial therapies. This type of testing has been going on for about 10 years or so, and Tempus is amongst 3 or 4 large what we call CLIA labs that are in this market. And there's also hospitals across America also do this on their own. So that's their really main business, and that's kind of the engine of how the company was started. And then they take that data and they basically are able to package it and basically utilize it in a way to give it back to pharmaceutical companies who can then use that data for R&D purposes. So that business, the data business, is what we really think is the most differentiated in the Tempus story for a variety of reasons, which we can into. But it's the size of that database, it's kind of the engine that Tempus has built, on analytics and AI, and basically some of the early success that they've had with some of the largest pharma companies and the growth that they've seen so far.
So why do you think the shares are down since the IPO, and pretty significantly, 20%?
I think the overall diagnostic and tool space has been under a lot of pressure since kind of the bubble burst, if you will, a few years ago with, easy money ending and, a lot of the venture capital money, kind of flowing away. So valuations have compressed and we're still trying to look for a bottom there. So I think this was, really the first IPO in the space in a couple of years. And I think it came out with, what arguably is something that's different than what investors have seen. There are a handful of companies that do the oncology diagnostics testing today, and they attract reasonably good multiples and they have good growth characteristics. Most of them are still losing cash, but Tempus has that real differentiated pharma angle, which we think is, it's caused some, I don't want to say controversy, but it caused kind of a lot of kind of interesting questions with investors on how differentiated it is and really what's the moat around that business and what's the long-term growth outlook. So I think really the stock came public. And, given some of the valuations across the peer group, the stock has kind of gravitated back maybe towards some of those valuations. And we think it's a great buying opportunity.
Yeah, you see 60% upside, $50 price target. We were just talking earlier about Helen of Troy and some of the pressure that's coming, disinflationary pressure that's coming now for the consumer packaged goods. When you look at your coverage universe, do you think that this is an economic environment they can navigate and even thrive in? Or are they going to also face a tough growth period in maybe the next 6 to 12 to 18 months time?
Yeah, my group has a variety of different kind of customer bases, if you will, and different business models. Tempus is on the diagnostics front, and they're one of the leaders of some of the large cap players. And, we would think their business should be somewhat immune, just given, what's their main business is kind of serving, cancer patients. And, they should be somewhat, kind of immune to what's going on with the broader economy. And on the pharma side, certainly, with IRA and other factors, pharma, this year has been tightening their bell strings a little bit. But, Tempus is delivering with some other peers really a differentiated way to do R&D. And some of the diligence that we've done has suggested that pharma is really trying to embrace this new way of doing it to try to improve their clinical outcomes. So we think, Tempus and peers should be rather immune from the vagaries of the market. If you, look at other parts of the tools and diagnostic sector, there are some more areas of the businesses that are, could face some more cyclical pressure and have the inability to pass through kind of pricing or, maybe even see price deflation, like you said. But for the most part, the tools industry has gravitated away from the more cyclical areas, and they've really tried to focus on some of the more structural growth areas. And I think they've been able to achieve pretty positive pricing power through different cycles.
Quick last question, just because you mentioned this and it's top of mind, we're going to talk about it next hour. I mean, do you think there's going to be a big shakeup of the PBM model in the works, or no? I mean, is this system entrenched and it's just going to stay the way it is for another 20 years, or could it be very, very different in 5 years' time?
Well, on that, Kelly, I'd have to get my colleague Charles Rhee and Gary Taylor on the phone since they follow the PPM industry. So I'm just not as close to it. But yeah, I'm sure they'd be happy to hop on the lunch on one of these upcoming sessions.
It'd have to be like an 8-hour lunch, I think, in order to get through all of the issues in that field. Sam, we'll leave it there for now. It's nice to see you, and thanks so much for your time.